Recently, I just paid off my 2025 Can-Am Spyder RTC this guy. And even though it's still in the shop, going through its first service, it got me to thinking. And what I started thinking about was how the last payment changes everything. I bought quite a few motorcycles over the years. And every single time I thought the best day of ownership was delivery day. Walking into that dealership, signing the paperwork, seeing my bike sitting there for the first time, and then ultimately anticipating that first ride home. And I've chased that feeling for years. But somewhere along the way, I realized I had it backwards. The best day isn't necessarily when we bring our motorcycle home for the first time. It's the day that nobody can take away. And that's the day you make the last payment. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kevin, low budget spider rider. And I've talked about some of these things in a lot of my previous videos on buying a spider. During that buying process, in most cases, our attention goes straight to one number, and that's can I afford the monthly payment? Dealerships know it, banks know it, manufacturers know it. That's why so much of the buying process revolves around that one number and not the total cost, simply the monthly payment. For months, or sometimes years, we build our riding season around that payment. Every month, another withdrawal from our account, every ride comes with a quiet reminder that someone else still has a financial interest in the motorcycle we're sitting on or that's sitting in our garage. Then one day, something changes. We log into our account and we see that balance says zero. But there's no fireworks, there's no celebration, no salesman calling to congratulate us, just a zero balance. The motorcycle doesn't feel different, but we do. And that got me to thinking back. People say the day you buy it is the day it becomes yours. Legally, maybe. Emotionally, I'm not so sure. Until that loan is gone, there's always a little voice that's always been in the back of my mind. I still owe money on this. The day that voice disappears, that's when the relationship changes for me. It's no longer a motorcycle I'm financing, it's my motorcycle completely. Something else changes too. You stop calculating every ride in dollars. You stop wondering how much you still owe. You stop worrying quite as much about depreciation because now every payment you would have made stays in your pocket. And that's when you realize something. The cheapest motorcycle to own is often the one you already have. Every month after it's paid off, your motorcycle keeps giving without asking for anything back. No payment, no interest, no lender, just fuel, maintenance, and another excuse to chase a sunset. Now here's where some of us get caught. Our motorcycles get paid off, and almost immediately we start shopping again. Another payment, potentially another loan, or another 5 to 8 years. Now, I'm not saying don't upgrade, because I've upgraded before, and I'll probably do it again someday. But I think it's worth asking ourselves, are we replacing the motorcycle, or are we replacing the excitement of buying one? Because those aren't always the same thing. Now, in my experience, I've learned something over the years. Every motorcycle teaches us something. Some teach us you want what you want, others teach us what we don't want. But the ones we own, free and clear, those are the motorcycles we appreciate differently. There's something deeply satisfying about walking into the garage and looking at our bike and knowing nobody owns part of what's sitting here except me. And after thinking about all this, for me, the bigger lesson can be this. We spend so much time chasing the next motorcycle that sometimes we forget what the goal was in the first place. And that's freedom. Not just the freedom of the open road, but financial freedom too. A paid off motorcycle gives us options. Maybe ride it for another 5 to 10 years, travel more, buy better riding gear, or maybe even invest that payment. More importantly, save it. Now we're making the decision instead of the payment making it for us. So maybe the greatest upgrade you'll ever make isn't necessarily another exhaust, another set of shocks, or even another windshield, or purchasing another motorcycle. Maybe the greatest upgrade is owning the one that's already in the garage. completely. The first ride feels like freedom. The last payment makes it real. So after truly thinking about my journey to owning Storm, maybe the best day of ownership wasn't the delivery after all. Maybe it was the day I realized that every mile moving forward from this point is mine. No payment, no bank, no countdown. Just Storm in the open road. I'd love to hear your story. If you ever paid off a motorcycle, did it change the way you looked at it? Or are you still working toward that day? Let me know down in the comments. If you feel this type of spider content is useful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. Until then, remember to live for the experience and definitely enjoy the ride. Peace.